of butterflies got to get out of their heads now. And we
it's
are green
lights
flag
out and
racing
away we
here
go.
at Homestead. And they are 4 wide immediately going through turn 1 here.
Very
Ogre
close
has already
racing
dropped
between
the
the
third
with
here
the
as
Holden.
Frodo with a massive jump takes over first position in the apologize for the paint. Apparently it hasn't loaded in yet. He should be in the number 14, I believe. You're just going to have to look at a AAA number 22 on the stream. Jason has cleared Ogre for second. Ogre back up to third. Raikou still holding strong in fourth. Phantom fifth. And we got a car around on the front straightaway. That is Yamar. Has dropped back to 21st.
Oh, we have 2 cars spun off. Boeing and Greens. And another.
We got another couple cars around on the back straightaway. Apologies for cutting in there. Cactus seems to have been involved, as has Green and Boeing.
Lots of spinouts on that back
Yamar
straight.
back up to 17th, Thoth, and 16th now. And we are under caution here for the first time.
I would assume so. 3 cars, that's normally a caution. Now, what I didn't realize is that I'm pretty sure Jason here is actually racing for Holden. So we have another new manufacturer. I think so. I think he's racing for the Holden. Yeah.
Let me swap a couple cameras here. Yes, that is accurate. He is driving a Holden.
Holden Motorsport making their debut.
Apparently Holden, our first manufacturer in the GRL Cup Series, following the footsteps of Subaru in that number 9
apparently
Holden.
The Australians wanted a taste of NASCAR.
You don't typically, you don't see that every day, ladies and gentlemen, as they get doubled up here for a restart.
Only in Forza.
NASCAR wishes they had this many manufacturers still.
Right. Anyway, coming around turn 4, when will Frodo hit acceleration? Probably at the line. And here we go.
We are back under green here at Homestead. Frodo with a relatively decent jump. Jason immediately trying to get back to the bottom here.
The mid-pack going very wide.
Ooh,
a slide from one of the midfield cars. But he keeps it together and no accidents. Impressive. Now Jason here has a bit of a run on Frodo. Trying it around.
Jason looking high, but they are 3 wide behind him. And they've got a single file already.
Nibble. Looks like Jason might be taking the strategy of bump drafting to try and get first and second away from the rest of the pack.
The front 5, or front 4, sorry, are single file. We got a side-by-side battle between Pointy and Stewart here as they come out of turn 2.
Midfield battles are always interesting.
Sorry, it looks like we got a battle for the lead now. Never mind. Jason has slotted back in line behind Frodo here. And we got 2 cars around on the back straightaway. Sorry for noticing that late. It is Boeing once again and Wangles this time, both around on the back straightaway.
Now you'll see that with how close that this midfield is racing. Oh, and Green.
Oh, we got another car around. That is Green sideways in the wall, trying to see if he gets T-boned, and he's around in turn 2.
Oh, and another. Oh, that's 4 cars.
A big wreck coming off turn 2. That is Kobe, Stewart, and Roman all around on the back straightaway, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's a caution.
It doesn't look like the caution came out. Maybe no.
Nope, they were just racing it back to the line. They are slowing it down now.
Now, do we have a pace car today?
No. GRL does not use a pace car of sorts. It is up to the leader to maintain pace. However, like real-life NASCAR, if they fail to meet a minimum speed or are turned under yellow, as sad as it is, they will be told to go to the back. As it looks like pit road might be open this time, as they're keeping them all single file.
Yeah, but lap 8, there's not going to be anyone coming in for pits yet. It's too early.
I was about to say, is there even a reasonable question as to whether or not people might consider pitting this early?
If this was more lap 40 or 60, maybe, I would see a pit, but not
Looks like Yamar has stopped in turn 4.
That's another fuel issue.
Or no, sorry, not Yamar. That was your boy that was around. Sorry. Very interesting gamer tags.
Your man or your boy?
Your boy in 21st in the number 30 T-Wolves Toyota. That white and green
Anyway, now
car.
we have them lining up double file here. Probably looking for a start around this.
Looks like his paint scheme is kind
lap.
of based off of the Kyle Larson paint, almost. The front little bits. Wouldn't you agree with that? A little bit? A couple of hints of
I would love to say I watch NASCAR, but I do
stuff.
not.
Okay, so never mind. I'm just talking to myself then. As they double up once again, Frodo choosing the outside for this restart. Interesting choice.
I think the high side might be a bit nicer on the tires.
Maybe he wants Larry being the one pushing him. Maybe he doesn't trust Reiku in third place pushing him. Who knows?
Maybe
as they come out
maybe
of
the
turn
maybe
four,
the Holden.
as they come out of turn 4 here,
is just
who's
too
going
powerful.
to lead? As Frodo leads him back to green, gets a pretty good jump again, but this time Jason
keeping
still
up
to
with
his
him.
inside. He is there.
Ooh, Frodo forcing him down.
Oh, we got a car on the apron here. That was the AMC Traveler, and there's a big pile up in turn 1.
Now, it looks like restarts are a bit troubling for our drivers as we slow down for yet another caution.
Nazir that got the worst of it, and they are already slowing the cars down. And that is Astro around sideways in turn 4.
3 cautions in 10 laps. You don't see that kind of quality racing on many other streams.
Well, maybe the truck series.
I cannot wait for Motorsport
Thank
8
you,
to include
Natalie
a
Decker,
dirt track.
for that. As Jason should be the one that leads into green next time by.
Jason did actually get a good advantage out of that caution.
So restarting on the inside, definitely where you want to be. It looked like Frodo definitely had the jump off the initial start, but left that, couldn't quite clear Jason to get down back to the bottom, and just that turn 1 and 2 are flat out on restarts. So it's a matter of making sure you've got the tightest line, trying to clear the outside lane as quick as you can.
I mean, Frodo
so
also
Jason
has
leads in the number 9 Holden.
Safe.
Well, Frodo is right on his rear bumper.
Frodo keeping it safe with the
AAA
sponsorship. He should be out of the way of other accidents, and if he is part of one, he gets free roadside assistance.
Despite the fact that insurance companies don't care whether you're on a racetrack or not.
Anyway, coming around the final corner, I'm running out of things to talk about during cautions. As we come to the line, Jason leads. He will probably keep it until the line before he goes. And we are green. Keeping it wheel to wheel going into turns 1 and 2.
Jason once again gets a pretty decent start.
Jason gets a bump
everyone
from
else
Riku.
on the outside.
And both Jason and Riku take over Frodo.
Might leave the door open for the 10, but no, Frodo's coming right back on the inside.
Oh, and there's another spin
right
in the
down
back.
to the white line.
I wonder if that spin in the back will bring out the caution.
Sends it in turn 3.
Ooh, now Riku's losing
slow in the back
position.
straightaway.
Oh,
and Pointy scrolls around down on the front straightaway.
It's like these drivers don't know
We
where the front of their cars are. Oh, Riku almost gets spun by Larry.
Astro taking a couple peeks back there in 5th, maybe trying to sneak around on the outside of Larry. Can he make it stick? Can they hold that? Oh, Larry gets on the apron! He and Raikou both in the wall.
And there's another accident. They both drop.
And we got a car upside down in turn 4. And yet we somehow stay green for now.
How they managed to get their car on the roof is interesting.
Frodo runs it a little wide in turn 2, but he might get a better run off. Jason running a lane further down, trying to prevent Frodo from getting any draft off him as they go into turn 3.
Frodo has the run through turns 3 and 4, but I don't think he can keep that up.
I think he might clip the apron there as they're both washing up. Jason kisses the wall, but Frodo's a little too far back to make any use of it.
Momentum. Even though Frodo's not staying in the slipstream nearly enough.
But he also doesn't want to get into that dirty air going in through the corners as well. It's a very fine battle between getting slipstream and dirty air on this track. A very tough thing to balance.
Now we see a little bit of side slip from the Holden in the lead. Now it looks like most of the field has gone single file, which means we might not see another caution for a little bit, even though there is a bit of a pack back
They
in
are single file right the way
P9.
back to 10th place between Croft and Larry now has dropped all the way back to 11th.
Wow.
Stewart
Larry
in
is
the
right.
number 99 Affleck Ford. Can he make a move? He's looking to the
Whoa!
inside. Thoth goes to block. They are 3 wide down the back straightaway.
Thoth forced right to the apron on the back straight. Oh, they touched with Stewart and Thoth touch.
Still 3
They're
wide
going 3
through turn
wide
3.
through turns 3 and 4. And
Larry
they
makes the wise
managed to
move and
survive.
backs out of it. Stewart right to the back bumper of the 71. Can he clear him to the outside? Tries to get back to the... No, he's not even
Thoth
going to
losing
got back to
critical
the inside. He's got
momentum.
a brilliant run, but he runs it a bit wide, and he's got the run off. He's going to have him played down the back.
Now, Riku and Wangles are getting into a bit of a fight here. Wangles going up the inside, they rub a bit. Rubbing is racing, remember. And Stewart takes that opportunity, goes straight up the inside, 3
And Larry
wide,
gets
cutting
into the
down
back
to the
of the
apron
71.
and takes P8.
And here comes Brilliant, though. Pushes Larry
And here
into
comes
the turn
Larry
one.
and Bruh coming up through the inside with a good old
Michaels
bump
gets a
drop.
tag, and he's up into the wall. He's tagging Laiku now. The 71's on the apron. They are all over the place. And here comes Boeing Sun out of nowhere from the
Thoth
5 car.
losing control of his car a little bit. Ooh. Wangle's making that cut down to the apron very close, maybe losing Boeing some critical momentum and losing 2 positions. Now here comes Wangles up onto the backside of Riku. Can he use Slipstream to get close enough to go for an overtake?
Looks like Larry's looking for a move on, I believe that's Stewart ahead of him. For 8th place, that is, as they go into turn 3. Larry a little bit on the apron again as he puts someone's spoiler, and now up into the wall.
Larry
Crow puts him in the
oh,
wall. They
Larry
are
backs
piling
right the way
in.
up and
2
causes
cars around.
another accident.
Stewart goes
Will
in for
that bring
7th
up the
on
cost?
Last Hero, who sends it back to the bottom. Can't quite get there in the 12.
Looks like that will not bring out the caution, even though the leaders might actually enjoy a caution because they're kind of running up on some back markers.
The question is, what is the car count, and how many cars have been totaled on this green flag run so far? As it looks like
these
the
races
leaders
run
are
on
now starting to get
sim
into lap traffic here. Frodo's still trying to hunt down Jason, still holding about a 30-foot
Frodo's
gap
got
back.
the run.
Frodo's got a massive run. He
Frodo's
sends it to
going
the
for a
inside
move
here
into
as they
turn
go into turn 3. Can they
They're
hold it though?
side by side.
Jason in the holding, holds it on the
very close
outside.
to the
Can
wall.
they keep it clean? Little bit
Looks
of
like
a
they
side
have.
draft as they go into 1. Frodo pushes
Ooh.
them up the track a little bit.
Bit wiggly here from Jason, just keeping it together.
Jason still
Oh,
holding it. Frodo pushing
the
him all
corner.
the way up. Jason is not giving in.
Jason has the run into turn 3. Now this fighting might actually give Astro and Kobold in 3rd and 4th a chance at a podium.
And Frodo has cleared Jason for 1st.
And now here comes the slipstream bump drafting to get past these back markers.
Frodo runs it wide to get past that back marker. He puts it in the wall
Jason
there, 3 wide off 2.
Jason goes through the middle, 3 wide to take the lead again.
Frodo got held up by a back marker there. He is not going to be happy about that one.
He has plenty of time to bring it back. We're only a quarter way through the race. Anything could happen. Ooh, and Astro in the 4th rubs the wall a bit. The battle for 5th is a bit close between Ogre and Greens. And I think Ogre's just taking the strategy of bump drafting Greens to try to keep up with the front of the pack. Now, not too many battles going on the track right now. We've reached the point in the race where tires are starting to get worn. People want to save fuel, so they're just going to go into bump draft mode, keep up with each other, and just not lose too much time to stupid battling in the middle of this race. Now the back marker of Yomar getting into it with... Ooh, and
Looked like there might have been a little
Astro
bit of
makes a
desync there
move.
as Kobe got pushed up the track here. And they're going to be
Nascar
3
takes the
wide
advantage
with the
and
lap
goes
car
through.
going into turn 3.
Green's making it 3 wide.
Kobe
Takes the
push
advantage
Greens
and
down
makes
there.
up
That's
in
going to
fourth.
kill both their momentum. Kobe's dropping back here a little bit, thanks to that lap car.
Currently, the pack from third behind is starting to lose to the pack of first and second.
And Jason seems to have pulled away from Frodo here by a considerable margin as he looks to put a lap on both Phantom and Reich, who has fallen all the way back.
Now, if Jason can get out of the slipstream of Frodo, I don't think there's much of a chance of Frodo coming back if Jason keeps it clean.
As Frodo just barely kisses the wall coming off of turn 4, I think he's out of the slipstream range now.
That's some critical momentum he needed
to
to stay into that slipstream.
Phantom sends one on Raikou up for 19th position here as we ride along with the 9 of Jason in the lead. Not much being made of it here. It looks like Phantom might need to watch his momentum, watch his line as Jason closes in even more on him.
Now Jason's going to be really careful around these back markers, just in case they aren't as smooth as he is expecting.
And does Frodo wish for the same incident for what happened to him to happen to Jason here, where Jason gets held up by a back marker? Frodo has halved the
Absolutely,
distance between
Frodo's back in the
himself
slipstream
and
now.
Jason here once Jason got caught up behind these back markers.
Jason just
looking
cannot
to
find
the
a way
outside
around
of
the two
Phantom.
of them.
Can he clear him? No, Phantom's going to wash up the
Slides a
track in
bit,
front of
loses
him.
momentum. He
Frodo's
cannot
gonna
get
have
by
a
these
run here
back
off of turn
markers.
4.
He's now getting completely
Jason
blocked by
drafting him
Phantom
down
in the
the straightaway
GameStop
here.
car.
And Frodo's to his inside.
Oh.
3 wide
Ooh.
here.
Frodo getting a bit close
Right
to
to the
Jason's
wall.
rear bumper. Almost spins him. Now they're in between the two back markers.
Frodo's still behind Jason for now. But Jason's got to clear Phantom here if he wants to hold on to this lead. He's going to look to the inside, not quite there yet. He's going to get the run
gets
off
the
of turn
run.
4, though.
Frodo goes
looks
right down the inside,
3 wide
makes it.
contact.
And Frodo takes the lead again from Jason. Oh, and here comes Riku from the back.
Phantom's looking to get his lap back on the outside. Not quite there. He's going to look through wide contact.
Oh,
Phantom's
Phantom's off the track. I mean, he would not get out of the way of Jason, so he got spun. And now the leaders are going to get back in their bump draft train and try to make distance to Astro behind.
Little air bubble. Can he send? Oh, he locked up. He had to slam on the brakes going into the corner there.
Riku sending it up the inside.
And caution's out, apparently. I think that Phantom wreck was the final one for the car count.
That was
which,
the final
to those
straw
at home
for
who don't
caution.
quite know what the car count is, before each race on ovals only, when the way the cautions work here is, I believe it's 2 3-car wrecks or 3 2-car wrecks, or you go up to a certain number of cars that have wrecked on their own, which warrants a caution. So now, 31 laps into this, do they consider pitting? If they pit here, I do believe they can make it on one more stop.
Yes, they are committing to a 2-stop if they do pit on this lap.
Or do they risk the 1 stop, try to push beyond what we think is a 45-lap fuel window, and try to push on to the end of lap 101, which is the end of the race?
If they really manage their fuel, I do believe that a 1-stop could be possible. I mean, the laps are not exactly long around here. Here comes some back markers unlapping themselves. Now, coming into this second restart, or not second restart, it's a lot more than 2. I have a feeling that the leaders are not enjoying all of these cautions,
here
and
as
they're
he
coming
pulled the
into
fake.
pits.
Jason fakes him out. Jason's going to stay out. Green's barely missing the pit wall.
Astro sends it into the pits.
So it looks like Jason, Kobe, Boeing, Greens, and 3 other cars have decided to stay out at this time. They might be going for the 1-stop here.
Now the pit lane here is a bit of a mess. Now coming out of the pits, our previous leader, Frodo, is now stuck in 9th.
And Astro, actually, hang on, Astro leads him off pit road here in 8th, followed by Nazir, Last Hero, Ogre, and Frodo has dropped down to 12th in that pit cycle. Bad stop by his crew here. Broad Moment is 13th, Larry 14th, and Waggles rounds out your top 15. Then starting in 16th, you've got Cloth, your boy in 17th, Flicks 18th, Raikou 19th, Phantom Wolf 20th, and Yamar 21st.
Now, coming from our producer here, I have a note. With this restart in this mixed field, we could get close to Daytona's record of 17 cars. Or 17 wrecks. It's a lot of wrecks. And I honestly think I might have been in that Daytona race where they set that record.
So it looks like there's a little confusion about what position everyone's in, as Frodo is now up to 8th.
Yeah, 8th's where
here.
Frodo left the pits.
So
Now Holden, a great showing out of their first race in NASCAR, currently leading.
just like Subaru last weekend.
Not by as far of a margin, though. So now, will Jason, on his older tires, be able to keep the lead? And he does have a lighter car because of the fuel.
Oh,
Is
a
that
little
actually
bit of
a factor
contact
in
further
Forza?
back in the pack. Yes, Forza does account for the amount of fuel your car has in terms of weight. However, I don't believe it'll be too much in terms of actual performance on track. As
Anyway,
tires kind of
and we're
balances it out.
green.
Jason leads him off green. Stewart gets a brilliant restart. Pointy on the outside is going to be taking the second row 3 wide into turn 2.
3 wide.
Stewart
Middle
riding the
here.
apron here. Jason
Frodo
trying
making
for
up a
Kobe,
couple
not
of
quite there.
positions.
Boeing looking to the inside. Greens and Kobe with the bump draft down the back straightaway. Can Kobe take the lead here going into turn 3? Jason gets taken 3 wide by Boeing. Contact.
Oh, we have contact,
Eleven doors.
and no spin.
They keep it
Boeing
clean.
coming down the inside, taking the lead for
They're going to be
10th
3
of a
wide,
second.
2 rows deep as they cross the line. Boeing with a little bit of a door slam. Kobe clears them for first place here.
Now Boeing
And
is
Boeing
right on
runs
the
it
rear
wide up the
bumper of
track.
Jason.
And Boeing's now getting pushed by Frodo here. On the
Ooh, a
Frodo,
couple of cars
the
slipping
first
up a
car
little
on
bit.
these new fresh tires. He's going to be looking to make as much ground as possible here while he has that advantage before the tires start leveling off.
Now,
Jason puts
Kobe.
the slide job on greens and clears them for seconds. Now setting his sights on Kobe as Frodo takes him 3 wide for third. Boeing backs out of it. And greens hold it around the outside. Astro now looking to Frodo's inside.
Green's taking it round the outside, making up a podium position here. Even though Astro, still low on the apron, has the shorter run.
Oh, Frodo's on the quarter panel of Astro. Cornered the wall hard! Stewart and Boeing both around.
Another wreck in the back. Don't think that'll bring out the caution.
Astro and Frodo still battling it out. Remember, these two have bad blood from the All-Star race. Will Frodo try to get that past cleanly, unlike the All-Star race, or will Astro try taking his revenge?
Ooh, there's a bump
Astro
there.
running a little bit wider. He's gonna just barely keep it out of the wall here.
That's called what
As
he
he's
meant
got to run on
do.
greens now. And Green's got to run on Jason here. As we got a lap car for the leaders, is going to stay high and out of the way. Thank you, Stewart, for
Now the leading
keeping
pack
out of the
from
way.
first to fifth is currently breaking away from the rest
Astro
of the
pushing
field.
Greens down the back straightaway here. Frodo also clearing Stewart that lap car before turn 3. Trying to look on the inside of Astro here as they come off of turn 4. Not quite there. Astro might have a run. Closing in. And he's just going to push Greens down the front straightaway again. Green's a little wide in turn 1 this time. That's going to open the door for Astro. He gets to the inside. They are door-to-door off of 2.
Wheel-to-wheel racing here in the front of the pack, but Astro's just going to tuck back into the slipstream. Now this pack is definitely going to want to keep together. Now this pack here is definitely going to want to keep together and try to keep up with the leader if they want any chance.
Contact a little further back, car on the wall. Can't quite tell who that is. It looks like they keep it straight though.
That is good news from the back of the field.
Looked like that might have been Raikou or Cactus. I believe that to be Raikou. And Pointy gets up to the back of the 10th place car, your boy.
Raikou having a horrid race here. One's fighting for podiums.
Now, the 10 and the 2 cars going side by side as they go into turn 3.
Now the classic Miller Lite livery here on the number 2.
And Kobe is slow on the front straightaways. Was there a caution called and no one else realized? Or what happened?
I have no idea.
Kobe had no momentum going into turn 1. Jason now back to the lead. Kobe looks like he's going to drop to 5th, no 4th, as Frodo has to slide in behind him for now. And they are, and Kobe and Astro rubbing doors as they go through 3 and 4. Kobe kisses the wall. They've got Frodo boxed in behind him, so he's going to get a little bit of a bump draft down here. Green's looking to make a move on Jason, not quite there yet. Astro, Kobe, and Frodo all single file now, for now.
I missed all of this action up here at the front. Holden back out in the lead.
3 General Motors entries up front. I say General Motors because they're not all 3 of them are Chevys. Astro, you're leading Toyota. Frodo, you're leading Ford. Jason, a little wobbly into turn 1. Greens has to check up. That allows it to now become a 5-car train here for the lead.
Green's up in second with Kobe behind him.
Here.
Almost halfway through
Frodo
this race.
on the apron, trying to get past Astro. Not quite there. He's going to wash up the track and somehow keep that thing out of the wall.
Some brilliant driving here from the top 5. Keeping it close, but
and we got 2 cars around them.
It
looks like 3 cars slightly around in turn 4. That looked like Wangles, Pointy, and your boy, as well as Nazar. The 4 cars
and that's a
wrecked, and caution is out. So,
now, is that
top
6
5
cautions?
currently,
here comes Stewart.
Jason leads for now, followed by Greens, Kobe, Astro, and Frodo, your top 5, as they come around to complete lap 45.
I think that makes 6 cautions on this race.
What was the record again?
What was 17.
We got a long way to go if we're going to break that record.
Even though it says Daytona wreck with a record of 17, so it might have been 1 wreck of 17 cars, which would be quite impressive.
Well, we got a 21 car field here. It's not out of the question.
Could get there.
Kinda unlikely, considering how wide and open this track is, but maybe on a restart if the leaders
17 cautions.
Okay.
Powers, was that during the 250? Was that during the breast cancer awareness 250? So I wouldn't be surprised. So almost every start we had in that race was a caution.
So now, do those who decided to stay out last caution, do they decide to pit here? Because it's getting kind of close to their pit window. And do those who just pit risk coming back down again?
Never mind, my bad. It was during this year's Daytona 200. I think 200 around Daytona at 17 cautions. What a race. Now Jason's going to duck in the pits here. Absolutely.
Jason pulls in very late here. He leads Greens and Kobe onto pit road. Astro and Frodo stay out.
Forza struggling a bit to keep up with all these different speeds.
And Ogre, your new top 5.
Now, they will have the slightly fresher tires going into the second half of this race.
Everyone, according to our sources, it should be everyone still needs to pit 1 more time. So we'll see how that plays out for everyone. But
yeah, I do not believe we've had enough cautions at this point to have lowered the fuel consumption enough to warrant a one-stop.
And after that relatively long green flag run, is it possible that those who pit under the previous caution, do they have to pit slightly early and have to consider saving a little bit of fuel for the final runs to the finish here?
They now have they are now on the backfill, because now both packs have had convenient safety car or cautions to pit behind, which loses them minimal time compared to a regular pit stop. Now, are we green on
As
this
the field
lap?
bunches,
I believe we are.
I believe so. The field is now bunched back up here. Frodo gets a pretty decent push from Raikou here. Looks to his outside. Frodo, can he clear Astro for the bottom lane? Not quite. Astro is still there. Astro,
Jason
with that
holding it to the
exalted
apron, taking
Toyota,
up one
is
position.
gonna come back in on the bottom. Frodo looking to get a little bit of a side draft here. Raikou and Bruh still side by side behind him.
Oh, we
Astro
have
clears
some
him.
contact in the middle, and we have another big accident.
Frodo and Astro in the wall, hard. Frodo got big air off in turn 4. Both of them have dropped
That
back a ton
completely
of
shakes up
places.
this race, and I think it might be another caution. That's another
Caution is back out. Raikou, he's now your new leader in the number 10 Ford. Actually, it might be the 2 of Bruh, not quite sure. So
Now we have a
Raikou
new
and Bruh,
update
your
from our
front row,
producer.
followed by Ogre and Last here.
Now we have an
And
update
it
from
was
our
Bruh
producer
that
on
was
pit
leading at the
windows.
time of caution here.
Pit
So, your top 5
strategy
now after
for-
that most recent wreck. Bruh, Raikou, Ogre, Last, and Thoth, your top 5, followed by Kobe, Grayson Jason, Pointy Scroll, Boeing, and Frodo, your top... How is Frodo 10th?
By the way, it's pronounced Raikou, apparently. R-E-K-U.
Raikou, sorry.
Raikou. Raycon, sponsored by Raikou. Anyway, why
My
did
apologies
Jason
there.
try to fake a pit there? Oh my god, 2 cars actually did go into the pits.
And the
Jason
2 pitting
managed
would
to-
be
Jason
Larry
managed to
and
fake.
Wangles, those who pit.
This is definitely, yeah, it's Riku. So definitely an early pit from those 2 drivers. We'll see if that works out for them.
Right, so Frodo rose off 10th after being involved in a wreck. Again, not quite sure how that works out, even though he was behind Astro. He was 12th, but not my position to say. Boeing 9th, Pointy Scroll 8th, Jason 7th, Kobe 6th, Thoth 5th, Last Hero 4th, Ogre 3rd. How was it pronounced again? Riku. My apologies for all the time before. Riku 2nd, and Bruh 1st.
Now, powered by Amazon Web Services here, we have our new pit stop windows. The early pitters should have a pit stop window of laps 63 to 65, while the late pitters should have a pit stop window of 70 to 78.
AWS has never been so accurate, folks. As they come off of turn 4 here, who's going to get the better restart here? Bruh on the inside, looking to get a nice jump here. Across the line, Ogre with
Now,
a very
Jason's
nice push.
great
Pointy
start,
with the restart of the
bumping
century.
off.
3 wide as they go into turn 1. Frodo following him up. Cars on the apron.
Thoth
Drop
is off.
around.
That's a
4-car
big-
pile up in the back.
That's a big wreck. Oh, that's some more cars collected in the pit. And then some
That's
more.
a good
That's like
5 or 6
6
cars
to 8
involved.
car wreck.
And caution is immediately back out.
Can we get through one race lap in this?
And we got cars wrecking under caution here. Astro and Boeing getting into each
Oh
other.
my god.
And
No.
cars are faking pits, and we got one actually pitting here. Might be a penalty on them. Pit road was closed. Okay, so Bruh leads, followed by Riku, Ogre, and Jason, somehow up to 4th after missing all that carnage. Kobe is
Jason
now 5th,
continually
Astro
making
6th.
up 1 or 2 positions on
Boeing
these
7th,
restarts.
your boy 8th, Stuart 9th, Frodo again somehow 10th.
7th caution this race.
Well, only what's that, 11 more to go to break the record? And we're just past halfway?
I wouldn't be surprised, because it seems like every restart we have a caution.
Flicks lines up 11th, Wangel's 12th, Nazar 13th, Green's 14th, Larry 15th, Yamar
Now,
16th, Cactus 17th, Pointy 18th, Last Hero 19th, Phantom Wolf 20th, and Thoth 21st after pitting under yellow. He might have had his damage settings on a little more extreme than what the rest of the lobby does. That's probably why he pit. He will be starting at the back anyway. No takers for pit road this time. They were all just down relatively recently as they double up here for the restart with 1 to go.
One more lap under caution. Now, the last was hit a temporary 3-wide lineup.
Pointy Scroll and Frodo seem to be the most aggressive on restarts here, as they've consistently jumped up to the extreme outside lane here.
And then
do you think the officials might give them a
bashed
little
back
talking
down.
to about that, or will they be allowed to continue their
I have a
expeditions
feeling
to the
there's
high
some
side?
heated argument going on in the race chat right now.
Oh, there always is.
NASCAR Super Speedway races, bring that out in people. Now, Frodo here in
Jason
8th,
and
we'll see
Frodo line up side by side here in the 4th row.
We have a 3-wide restart with Bowen?
Boeing probably a little bit unhappy with Jason for something, not quite sure why. That's probably all that
We have
is.
a bumper-to-bumper
As they come off the
restart.
turn 4
this
here.
is just a recipe for a clean restart. No sarcasm
and as
whatsoever.
they line
And
up
we're
again,
green
flag again. The 10 car gets a good launch, but Blah has the push from Ogre on the inside. Kobe on the very inside is going to take third away from Ogre.
Jason holding onto the pack in the
Cars in the wall
inside
again.
lane.
I can't tell who that is.
Only one car this time, at least, so probably won't
One
bring out
car
the
around.
caution.
That was the second. Oh, Brad gets turned
And
sideways.
Brad going
Big Sim
off.
stops in front of the field and takes out
Collecting
Frodo.
another car, mate. Yep, collecting
Two cars
a few more
around that
cars
Greens
in the
and
back.
the 38 of Flicks. Car in the wall that will most likely be a caution. Bro struggles to get the car back going again.
No, it isn't a
and they are
caution
still
yet.
green out front. Astro
We are
leads.
still green at Homestead.
No, never mind. They are
ladies
finally
and
under
gentlemen.
caution. Never mind. They
We
are under yellow.
almost got one race. Wait, did we get one?
GGA Astro, after disconnecting last race at Kona, leads once again.
Is he leading?
Yep, he is leading, followed by Riku, Ogre, Kobe, and Jason fifth.
Astro with the through the
What's our
middle I
caution
go
count
and
at?
shit. Oh, what a mess of a middle of this
Astro, being the
race.
multitasker he is also in the stream chat. Fellow viewers, feel free to say hello to him.
10 more to break the record. We're at 8th caution.
Oh, jeez.
It could
As I dropped
happen
my
here,
phone.
ladies and gentlemen.
To any of my family members listening, there is no damage to my phone. Relax. It dropped, but it fell into the carpet. Please do not sue me.
Does your family have the legal authority to sue you?
Honestly, I don't know, but I'm not taking any chances.
And anyway, now Frodo here. I mean, is it Frodo or is it Astro? Now Astro here in the AAA insurance. No, he's actually in the Axalta. No, Frodo is in the AAA insurance.
Frodo's
car.
the one in the AAA insurance car. Astro's
Sadly,
the one in
didn't
the Axalta
save him
number 4.
from these cautions. Sadly, AAA roadside assistance might have a limit on how many accidents that you're in before they start charging you.
I think Frodo might want to look into a new sponsor after today's race.
I mean,
Or
farmers.
at least a different insurance.
Farmers might be looking. I mean, we don't have any Geico sponsors yet in NASCAR.
Jason
With fake
fakes
pit
coming
lanes.
into the pits.
Larry going
does
in for
actually
his
pit,
third
and
pit
he's going to
stop?
bring 3 others with him.
Larry's in for his third pit stop.
Larry's pit 3. Oh goodness.
Larry going
So-
for the interesting strategy of just how many pits can I do and still end up in this race. The answer's
so
probably a
back to our
lot with all
ones
these
to watch
cautions.
from pre-race here. Astro in the best position out of the three we mentioned in first place. Jason in fifth, Frodo ninth of the drivers that we did mention. Kobe,
now I wonder
I
if
did forget to
like...
mention him earlier. Also a very good oval racer, running fourth right now. Has been known to be very quick, up to the pace of Jason, might I add. So, who knows, he might become a surprise winner here. We shall see.
Drivers like Jason who pit late with all these cautions might actually be able to pull a one-stop out. Because we've been under about 10 caution laps, which don't use as much fuel as regular laps.
They use about half the amount of fuel that you would under a normal green flag lap. That said, however, this run would be well over the 45 mark.
Yeah, we are double
I
file,
still
so this
doubt
is a
that we
green
would
flag
actually
lap.
be able to make it through here. As the leaders come to the line,
and we're green.
Kobe with a great restart is going to push Riku to slightly ahead of Astro here, but Astro on that inside line is going to clear him. And Astro gets a massive push from Ogre and Jason. Frodo
rams
Astro
right in the wall. Kobe sends it up the inside.
And we got 3 cars around.
And we have another massive wreck.
I think Jason was involved in that one. Kobe to the front, Ogre second, Astro third, Boeing fourth, Riku
now wait,
fifth.
wait.
Where did Frodo go in all of that?
No! That was one race lap.
Frodo is down to 19th after that one. He was the one pushing the inside lane off that restart. 3-car around on the in turn 1. That is Yamar. I believe we stay green here for now. As we got a massive 3-car breakaway here for the lead. Kobe, Ogre, and this is Astro, your top 3. Boeing and Riku, fourth and fifth.
What a shakeup! Jason, I think, was he? Yeah, he was involved in one of these wrecks.
Jason and
now down to
Frodo both involved in that wreck. They both spun out. So we got a lap car here for the leaders. That is a Boeing going slow down the back and cautions out. Right?
We got through 2 race laps this time before, and Jason
better
gets
than
spun
we have
under
before.
flags.
Okay.
And Jason gets spun under caution.
Who did he get spun by? Was that Frodo?
Thoth.
Okay. And we got another
and
couple
we have
guys
even
around.
more spinning under caution. And we
Drivers,
have a major accident under caution.
They are very angry tonight.
I think the drivers are a bit sick of all these cautions.
Well, we're on our 9th one tonight. We're halfway.
The fans here still looking
record.
hyped as ever for this race. That might
we got about half capacity. Typical COVID times.
My predictions for average speed might have been off. I should have said 35 miles an hour.
As Boeing not very happy with Astro there apparently, as he pulls up alongside him to reclaim his spot in 4th, and he just brake checked Riku there, and he's now been dumped under caution for that brake check.
Well, if he's being an idiot, you spin.
No, not Riku. Sorry. Can't tell who that is.
But my Forza is starting to complain with all of this going on.
So it looked like Boeing got spun himself.
Boeing
Phantom
going
and
back
Gaines.
up to the front.
We seem to have lost a driver. I'm not quite sure who yet.
D2G Wangles.
Frodo, after being involved in that incident, somehow worked his way back up to 12th. Jason
Phantom makes his way back up to 5th?
Yes, because Phantom was somewhere.
Commentating this is a bit difficult.
I've still got Phantom 19th for me. Oh, no, never mind. Just updated. He is 5th. My apologies there for it.
Now, lap 62, about 90% of the past, 20 laps have been cautioned. Let's see if we can get another decent stretch of green flag racing as we double up on this lap 62.
Phantom might have an interesting... Remember, Phantom nearly went down a lap, or did go down a lap very early on in this race. Has worked his way back up to 5th.
Ooh, and
starting
Boeing
alongside
penalized back to the
Cactus
back
here.
of the pack.
Stewart in 8th, another great run for him somehow. No offense.
All of these cautions have shaken up the field. Also, my Forza is now on another loading screen.
You're not the only one.
We're all on a loading screen. I think it might have crashed. Hang on,
No,
I'm going
the
to
game
quickly...
has not crashed. We are coming off of turn 4. We are all good here, folks. Kobe leads the field to green in the number 65 WeatherTech Chevy. As they cross the line here, green flag back out. Astro with a brilliant push. Kobe's going to clear the outside lane as they go into turn 1. Phantom takes a peek inside of Astro, not quite
Frodo
there.
on the flat of the
and
apron,
we got cars on
get
hard. That is the 24 again.
Accident with Larry.
I think that was off the bumper of Frodo again.
Frodo with an incredibly aggressive start. Oh, we have another spin up front. Involving Riku and Phantom.
Dropping back in the pack, it seems.
Are we under
No
another
one
caution?
mid-pack is really pushing it right now.
Are we under
Frodo
caution?
10th, going 11th or so. Mid-pack's all trying to sort themselves out. They are under caution, by the way.
Number 10! 8 to go!
We have had a very caution-filled couple of laps. We might be on for a record here, folks.
We might as well call this the Breast Cancer Awareness 250 as we go into our 10th caution. Trying to spin someone under caution, just does not seem to care anymore.
At this point,
Larry
we're just going to have a
Beavage-
2011 Fall Talladega race style wreck from the final lap. Where the entire field, except Matt Kenseth, got taken out there, if you don't remember that one. After Tony Stewart threw a block on Michael Waltrip. So we have a little bit of discrepancy as to who has what position here between Bruh and Frodo.
People have been driving up the
Jason
inside,
onto
taking
the
position.
yeah, they are all over the place here as we take the green flag.
No, we are not.
We
We're
are
just
not taking the green
double
flag. Frodo has dropped to the extreme inside on the apron.
I'm gonna quickly pop on down to pit road and see what is going on in this race.
All right. In the meantime, Frodo all over the back bumper of last here, under caution. Again, very angry drivers here tonight. As we are being told, there's a chance we might end up going single file restarts here if they keep this up. Honestly, that might not be such a bad idea.
My foray into pit lane was not very helpful in gaining information about this race.
Well, do you have any rough information from pit road? Or
we might go
was it just a bunch of screaming?
Lap. It's not even screaming. Most people are muted, and it's people complaining about the quality of racing in the past few laps.
To be fair, you can't really blame them too much.
You can't blame them for that.
You can't blame them, but at the same time you can, because they're the ones behind the wheel. So
maybe we'll go to like old
if they really want to
NASCAR
complain
rules
about
and
it,
have the
they
lap
have
cars
the
start on
opportunity
the
to fix it
inside.
by just not flooring it immediately.
And
we
we're
go green again, and Porty
there's
is already to
already
the
a car
end.
spun
Phantom's
off,
around
spinning multiple other cars
Maddie's
off.
a good 5 cars.
That didn't even last 100 yards this time.
And
is that a full course caution? That's a full course caution.
It looks like the leaders are starting to
11.
coast now. Frodo's in 7th or 8th or somewhere around there. Again, apologies if this is somehow even more of a mess than it was last race. Unfortunately, ovals...
Last race wasn't
ironically, ovals seem to be more chaotic than road courses.
Obviously, you're racing within meters of each other at hundreds of miles an hour, and trying to control cars smoothly on a... your boy is just going up to, like, 5th.
I think he's trying to reclaim the spot that he had before caution.
If he was a member of the accident, he should not get those positions back?
No, I think he got wrecked
works?
under caution here, so he's being allowed to take his spot back, I think.
I don't know. That's
Phantom,
wide right
okay,
now.
so it looks like they're calling it a false restart, as Phantom is being allowed to take his 5th position back, I think.
Ye old
Not
false
entirely sure
restart.
what he's doing. Okay. Larry moving up. Everyone's just kind of jostling around. Frodo's been sent back to 12th again.
I have a
Jason
feeling that this is going to be
14th
another
or
mess.
13th.
All right, will we get number 12? Let's find out as we come around turns 3 and 4.
And I'm being told that is the 11th caution of today's race. 6 more cautions to go to tie,
hit again.
and we are only 2/3 of the way through this race. Well, he will have caught the field by the time they get to the line here. As they approach the start-finish line and the restart zone.
And we're green.
Flag is back out. Frodo with a massive jump. They are 3, possibly 4 wide going into turn 1 for the back.
Pointy's off the track, comes back
on
on.
the apron, spots up, little contact with Cactus here.
Little
Still
contact,
4
but
wide.
they keep it
Pointing
straight.
them all. And they kept the green to turn 1. And fires around. We got put in the wall by Frodo.
The 24 is spun and takes out a bunch of the back of the
And they're
field.
still 3 wide. Jason up through the middle between Flicks and...
Oh no,
they got another wreck here! Jason
and Jason spun.
Oh my gosh. Is this Forza or Wreckfest?
Are we sure we selected the game Forza Motorsport 7 and not Wreckfest?
That's what I'm saying here. It looks like Phantom has moved his way up to 3rd here. So that's good for him. Not normally a name that you see all the way up this far in the pack, but honestly, great effort for him.
With all
that,
these cautions,
number 8
anything
car.
is possible.
Or is that... Nope, sorry, that is the GameStop number 8 car.
No,
iRacing is just
GameStop
his
and
secondary sponsor.
GameStop,
GameStop, iRacing, Mobile
One,
One, Napa, and Ally. All the Phantom sponsors.
Anyway,
expecting
I think we're
royalties in the mail soon.
because we are double
all
filing.
5 of those companies. Thank you.
Anyway, and as we come across the line,
take the
we
green
are
flag here.
green.
Or nope, we are not going green here.
No, never mind.
As we have
Cactus
cars on pit
thought we were
road.
green.
And that is Larry and Boeing on pit road. We are down to 19, ladies and gentlemen. Only lost 2.
We are down to 30 laps remaining in this race.
31 laps to go here in today's race. Kobe leads. Unfortunately, most of his laps led have been under yellow.
But that still counts. So
Still counts. In terms of the amount of time, in terms of minutes, I think he's the longest leader we've had all day.
now I'm kind of
Because of the
surprised that we
cautions.
aren't starting single file yet. I mean, we're up to 12 cautions.
Honestly, I think we might next time if we wreck again off of restart here. Possibly.
Are you in pit lane, sadly? We need a pit lane correspondent that just sits in the race chat and gives us updates. Anyway. Coming around turn 4.
As we come out of turn
front
4
straight.
here.
Let's see if we can keep it clean for 500 yards. And we're
Flag back in
green.
the air. Astro with a great run. Riku follows them through. We got a bump draft going into turn 1. Astro not quite going to clear Kobe if they go into turn 1. 4 wide for the
Cactus
back.
getting
Phantom
rubbed.
on the apron. Ogre pushes him down a little bit. Frodo somehow up the
Ooh, Cactus.
Don't
shoved
ask
into
me
the
how.
wall
I
there.
don't
Bit
know
of
how he
contact
does it.
with that.
That is still legal. Frodo looking to the inside of Phantom, being very aggressive.
We keep it clean,
Slides
though.
it in. Stewart looking to his inside now.
Larry bumping
3
Pointy.
wide off of turn 4.
Now Larry and bump
They're gonna
traffic have
string
not
it out to
exactly
single
been.
file as they come into turn 1 for the
Ladies
most
and
part
gentlemen,
here.
that's
Couple
one
2
clean
wide
race lap.
Phantom's
heard it here.
still in front of Frodo for now for 5th. Frodo might have a run on the inside. Not quite. Phantom's got the draft on the outside. They are rubbing doors as they go into turn 3.
Oh,
And we
there's
got a car around from the
slide
wall.
of Stewart, but he didn't take anyone else out.
Frodo with the
So
slide
that's
job
just
on
his
Phantom. He's
mistake.
going to have him cleared, but they run him down to the apron. Phantom's looking to get past that 22 car.
Now it looks like we're mostly single file across the field.
Kobe is hanging onto the back bumper of Astro, not quite looking to make a move yet, as we move a little bit further back to the battle for 5th between Phantom and Frodo. Frodo has had him cleared. Phantom running a little bit wider. That opens the door for Larry, as Pointy and a couple others are on the wall. Phantom tags the wall, and that's going to allow Larry and the 24 DuPont Chevy to get to the inside and probably clear him going through turn 1.
Larry performing an overtake without a crash. That's an oxymoron in this lobby currently. Anyway, on to Jason in 9th.
Jason has not had a good couple restarts.
No.
It seems.
He has not.
And Boeing clearly has not had a good restart as well. He is 19th.
I think Boeing has
half
been
a lap
penalized
down.
for causing wrecks under caution.
Frodo has worked his way up to 4th now, as we got a 3-car battle for the lead. Ogre has closed in on Astro and Kobe. Frodo looking to close in on them as well. Riku holding 5th, Larry 6th, and Phantom 7th.
I cannot believe that we've gone 5 laps now without a caution.
This is the most tame it has been for not just the racers,
like
but us
20
commentators as well for the past little bit. We got a battle for 10th now. Bruh, Flicks, and Pointy all looking to make runs here. Apologies, I'm being told we have had 6 manufacturers in this series. Ford, Toyota, Chevy, Subaru, Holden, and apparently AMC have risen from the dead. Pointy Scroll running an AMC Javelin. AMC is Pointy Scroll is running an AMC Javelin, from what I'm hearing. That is not a Chevy, apparently.
Interesting.
So, running 12th. Not the strongest effort by them, but it's good to see that AMC is at least not dead in the world of GRL. As
in the world of GRL,
oh, we got cars down on the inside. Who is that going through the apron?
Oh,
and that just took out Phantom. Jason, and Jason is upside down in the wall.
Oh, was that Jason he took out?
That Jason was the one that got spun across the infield grass into Phantom. As Pointy in the AMC takes a look on the inside, he's got contact with Bra, and he's gonna slide up into the wall in 10th. And it looks like we got a battle for the lead again here, as Astro...
Your disappointment is immeasurable.
Maybe not, it's just battle for second. Oh, no, I'm sorry, battle for 4th now. Riku, and Riku's in the wall. Frodo and Riku have decided to pit under green here. They're both in the wall. As they make green flag stops here, they are probably going to go down a lap. They better hope that a caution does not come out here anytime soon, or they are going to be trapped a lap down.
They would be screwed by that.
As Astro, Kobe, and Ogre come off of turn 4.
They're just continuing to build a lead up front.
It looks like that is... Okay, so Frodo cuts that is an unsafe re-entry there, as he slides up the grass, got back on power a little bit after running the service road, which is mandatory, by the way, under both green flag and yellow flag conditions. Exiting pit road, you must stay to that hard inside. Coming off pit road, do not just merge back up into traffic. Frodo now runs 17th after pitting under green.
Astro, a really good race.
Jason
today.
all the way back in 19th now after that horrible accident in turn 3.
Astro with a 20 place increase from the beginning of this race. Kobe with an 18.
Astro going for that last to first challenge, apparently. Let's just hope his internet actually holds together, unlike last race at Coda. Your boy, in the number 30 T-Wolves Toyota, running 5th right now. Or 6th, sorry. Just behind Brumman. Flicks appears to be closing in a little bit behind him in the number 38 Discount Tire Ford. And Kobe appears to be closing in on Astro here for first. He looks to the inside, a little bit of rubbing here. Gonna push him up the track just a little bit, but it's gonna stay single file behind Astro here as they come off of turn 2.
Now, if I was Kobe, I would not be fighting this too much.
Kobe again.
Keep it
looks
clean,
to the
keep it
inside.
clinical,
Astro has been taking
build a
a
gap.
very wide arc going through turns 1, going through the turns here. Kobe taking a little more of a shallow entry. So Kobe's a little quicker on entry, but Astro is able to hold his momentum through and off the corner a little bit better.
The small amount of dirt
Unless he
air these
washes up the
NASCARs
track like he
provide
did just
is-
there.
Whoa!
And that was a lag spike for you, folks.
That was
let's
some neck
hope
code
that's
right
not-
there.
And Astro
And that's,
pulls into the
that's
pits
after
here.
the pits.
So, and it looks like, okay, so those who pit under that very early yellow on lap 30-ish, they are now at the end of their pit window, and they are now starting to pit. So, upper hand to those who pitted later, like Jason and Kobe. Not so much Jason anymore after his unfortunate trip through the infield.
Yeah. I don't think the stewards looked too kindly on Jason for that move.
Well, I believe Jason got turned down there. His car was sideways, going through the infield turn 3 grass, and then unfortunately he couldn't gather it back up, and then T-boned Phantom, who was at speed going through turns 3 and 4. So unfortunate
Fair
for
enough.
both of them. I'm not sure who Jason spit off the nose of. Fortunately, we are still holding at 12 cautions. So unless we find another 6
That's still a
yellows
lot of
in the
cautions.
next, what lap are we on? 87?
87, only 13 laps left here.
So unless we get another 6 cautions in those next 13 laps,
The record should be
we
safe.
Yep, I believe the record is safe because we would need to have a yellow every other lap.
Daytona next race for,
No chance to break at the record
hopefully
there.
not another wreck fest. But you never know here at Oh, we have a car slow
knowing most
back
NASCAR. Oh, yep, there's a car
fourth.
slow in turn 4. That is Pointy and Cactus.
Bruh
Both
is off.
wrecked.
Riku's off.
No, Pointy apparently is pit. And I'm trying to figure out who that is that has just decided to park up there. That is Racing Jason has parked it. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Was that?
What is
Okay, so that was
Jason
Riku who just spun off of turn 4 there. Sorry, Jason is in 16th.
Oh yeah,
Unfortunately,
Jason's
the
going
lobbies
5.
are having a little bit of trouble here, so we're kind of lagging a bit.
Happens.
That was an unsafe region. Oh, no, sorry. We
And
are
that
under
brought out
caution.
the caution.
The car count has been reached. We are at 13 cautions today, boys, ladies and gentlemen.
Power's a bit slow on the,
So,
Yeah, and Kobe
following-
still hasn't pitted.
well, now is his chance to pit, and he will be able to pit under yellow here.
Which is a
So
big
Cody
advantage
leads,
for
followed
him.
by Larry, your boy, Stuart, and Cactus, your top 5 here, as they come around. I don't believe pit road is open yet. I believe policies to let the field catch up before they pit. Unless I'm mistaken, they might be allowed to pit under yellow here. Not entirely sure.
I guess we'll find out. The answer
That is a negative.
is
They are
no.
all staying out here. Pit road is still closed. So this could be a chance for
Apparently
Jason
Larry
to
will make it
close
to the
in
end
a
with the
little
current-
bit here.
Apparently Larry's going to make it to the end with his
Jason-
pit.
I'm not sure if Jason is just a lap down or...
I think
oh,
I can
no,
see
he is
Harlan.
actually caught up with the pack here. Last Hero still needs to go around. I'm not sure he's gotten the message entirely.
But yeah, looking at Larry's tire wear currently, he's already pitted. And Kobe hasn't. If he can hold it up here, he might be in for a win. He has fuel still at 58%.
So Larry can make it to the end on fuel and tires here. Kobe, on the other hand,
Cannot.
actually, he might be able to.
You think?
Coming around here, this will be 10 to
checked
go
his-
at the line, 34%. I think he might be able to make it.
Fuel
It'll-
may? He's at
it'll be
34% fuel.
It'll be close, but I do
He does only have
believe
10 laps remaining.
Kobe
and
can
we're
make
green.
it as they have gone green here.
We're 4 wide going into turn 1.
They are 4 wide
offers a
already.
spin of
And
off.
Frodo is already on the grass. 2 cars up in the wall in turn before turn 1 here.
2 cars are not enough to bring out the caution, so I think we are continuing as green. With Kobe getting a great start from here. Larry not so much.
I'm not
Larry
entirely
sending
sure
up the
who
inside
that
of
was that
Cactus.
decided to send it to the hard inside there on the restart. I think that was Frodo here trying to make up a ton of positions all at once going into turn 1. Got on the power very early and just sent it to the inside on the apron. Unfortunately, didn't have a hole to get up into as he's now battling for 13th here. As he gets caught up into the wall, Frodo is around hard and takes Boeing with him.
We couldn't keep the accidents out of it for the end of the race.
They are still green though for now.
It's good news. We like seeing
Larry
some good
running
racing.
second. Kobe, I think,
Kobe
might be
in
the
first.
catbird seat if they keep it green, which is an ironic sentence. Jason has worked his way up to 5th.
Jason's
He's
back
now
up to
battling
5th?
Cactus. They are side by side. Cactus in the wall. Keeps it going straight. Jason and Astro are 4th and 5th right now.
Jason
Stewart
having a
is the
chance at
6th.
getting a podium.
Once Jason and Astro are closing in fast on those top 3. As they come around to start lap 94 here. I believe that is 6 laps to go.
Homestead providing a great race here today.
As usual. Bring it, if NASCAR can return this as the championship event and not Phoenix, that'd be great. And it looks like Boeing has had enough for tonight as he's parked up on the back straightaway.
Fair play to
Jason
him.
closing in, gets a nice run off of turn 4, closing in on your boy for 3rd place. He has enough laps to catch them. I'm not entirely sure he has enough to get to the leaders though. He will most certainly get 3rd here though. As Astro keeping up with him here as they come off of turn 2.
Now, your boy, I don't know where did your boy start this race?
I believe he started a little bit further back like Astro did, maybe about mid-pack or so, and Astro, oh my goodness, and caution's out apparently.
Oh, we were so
So
close.
Jason now has an even better chance at winning this race. As they come around, as they started lap 96, this will most likely be the final yellow of the race.
You say that, but we still have plenty of time for more cautions.
This will most likely be a green-white checkered here for the finish. Does Kobe have enough fuel to make it to the end?
I think he does. He's only used about 10% since lap 90.
Jason is
should
fine
have
on
enough.
fuel.
Oh yeah, Jason pitted on like lap 70, so he's
So Jason
good
is
to
fine
go.
on fuel. Your boy at 21% should make it to the end. Larry at 47% should make it to the end. Kobe, as they come around here, Kobe's fine on 23%. He will make it to the end on fuel. So top 5 can all make it to the end on fuel here.
So we have
This is
some
now going
good
to be a
close
straight-up
racing
fist
up
fight
at the end.
as they come through turn 2. This
And
should
we all
be
know
the
how
final
well our
lap under
drivers
yellow
handle
here.
fist fights. It normally ends in lots of tire smoke and cars in the wall, so let's hope it doesn't this time. Now our field has shrunk.
We have lost a
now
couple
got
cars. We are down
3
to
cars DNF'd.
18. We are down to an 18-car field. We did start with what was it? 21 cars in the field. Frodo.
D2G not
ones to
very
watch
happy in
here.
the pit lane.
Frodo, we mentioned him during the ones to watch. Had a decent run going, but then just got involved in a couple of wrecks on restarts, possibly of his own doing. Not entirely sure, as he snaps it into the wall. Can easily make it to the end on fuel. That's not an issue. Has some of the freshest tires in the field as the leaders come around to take the green flag here.
Stewart sending it up
4
the
wide into turn 1.
inside.
Kobe leads them through turn 1. Stewart on the very outside. The boy holds
Kobe
it.
getting forced right
Astro
down the
gets
apron.
it to Kobe. Kobe sideways. 3 wide for the lead.
And
Astro's
Astro
around.
spins off, takes over with it.
Jason,
Stewart spins off, taking a couple cars.
Jason holds 4th here. And Larry is in the wall.
Whoa! Riku
And
comes through, so he didn't realize there was a
and they are
caution.
calling caution.
I told you there was plenty of time for another caution.
They've got to get them wrecked up very quickly here, because otherwise they are not going to have enough time.
This
It's going to
race
be
might
interesting
end
to see
under
how they
caution.
re-wreck everyone. Kobe apparently is still in the lead.
Now that makes 15
Although he definitely has
cautions
the
for this
most worn
race.
tires of the grid right now. He can easily make it to the end on fuel, as when we take the green again, it will be a green-white checkered. So Kobe leads from your boy, Larry, Jason, and Riku. And we're at 15 cautions on the day, 2 shy of tying the record. Frodo up to, that's 9th, I believe.
No more cautions after this. I think we have one more racing
This
lap
will be
until
the final
finish after
restart.
this start.
We do not have the options for green-white checkers here. So it is a good thing that they got them all checked up when they did. Can Jason do anything from 4th place? Can Kobe hold on for his first win in GRL? As they come across the
Kobe's
line,
first
green
win in
flag back in
GRL?
the air. Jason with a good restart. Larry gets a little bit of a push from Riku. Jason,
Jason
to the
sends it down to the inside.
Jason is the second car on the bottom line. Larry sideways, takes the
spins
field
off,
with him.
takes a bunch of cars.
I think
Frodo
that car's
rolling in the
flipping
background.
across in the grass. I think that was
Now, can't Jason
pointing.
get the run on Kobe enough to take the win?
The boy sends it in on Jason. He's
Your
not
boy
quite
sends it
gonna
on
get there. He's
Jason.
gonna get the apron there. It's contact made as they come off of turn 4.
Oh, but it's
Kobe
just not
is
gonna
in the
be
catbird
enough.
seat. Can Jason do anything?
Final
60
racing
feet back.
lap here.
Final lap here at Homestead. Jason closes in a little bit.
No,
as we go
force
through turns
don't
1
load
and 2.
down.
Kobe runs it a little wide. Jason gets the run off in turn 2. He's got the draft. He's got the run. Can he send it into turn 3? Will he dare make the move? Kobe
And he
takes
just
the
will
wide
not
arc
have the distance.
onto the bottom. Jason does
He will
not
not
have the
be
run.
close
Jason
enough.
is not there. Jason
Kobe's
is not
wide.
there. Kobe off of turn 4. Jason is the final run, but it's too late. Kobe will take the win at Homestead.
What an absolute duel here at the end. It came
What
down to the wire
a
and Kobe
race.
pushed through.